All right, so everybody's talked about the Panama Canal story, which made big waves a couple weeks ago. Trump was wanting to take Panama Canal back, and a lot of people, especially conservatives, are like, "Rah, rah, rah! Yeah, it's ours, it's ours." Well, let's talk about how we got it.
Structure ever built in the history of our country, relatively. It would be the equivalent of substantially over $1 trillion today. We lost 38,000 people. Think of it, 38,000 people, they died from malaria, mosquitoes. They were unable to stop the mosquitoes. They paid people 5 times more to take the job. Many of those people died. We gave it away for $1. But the deal was that, they have to treat us fairly. They don't treat us fairly. They charge more for our ships than they charge for ships of other countries. They charge more for our Navy than they charge for navies of other countries. They laugh at us because they think we're stupid, but we're not stupid anymore.
So then I saw this video. It was not too many people had. It didn't really have a big reach. I sent it out to a few, and people were like, "Wow, never heard of this." And I just read it in the book Yankee Empire. So let's take a look at this.
Did you know that in the past, the Panama Canal originally belonged to the United States? The Panama Canal was initially constructed by the French in the 1880s. However, due to various reasons, France failed in its efforts to complete the canal. After France's failure, the United States became interested and proposed constructing the Panama Canal. At that time, however, Panama was part of the Republic of Colombia, which rejected the U.S. proposal. When negotiations with Colombia fell through, the United States shifted its support to Panama's independence movement. In 1903, with U.S. backing, Panama declared independence from Colombia. Following this, the U.S. signed a treaty with Panama that allowed it to control a 10-mile wide zone to construct the canal. This area was considered U.S. territory. The Panama Canal was completed and became operational in 1914. In 1999, the U.S. returned the canal to Panama under the terms of a treaty. Today, Panama has no standing military, but according to the treaty, if the neutrality of the Panama Canal is threatened or compromised, the United States retains the right to intervene militarily.
Now, this is from the book Yankee Empire, Despotic at Home, Aggressive Abroad and Despotic at Home. And that phrase, despotic at home and aggressive abroad, is from General Robert E. Lee, who was asked after Appomattox what he thought about the new government that was coming in, the new centralized government. And he goes, it will probably become aggressive at home, aggressive abroad, and despotic at home. And unless you live under a rock, you probably would agree with that easily. So he writes, or the Kennedys write in their book on this little brief chapter. In 1903, the South American nation of Colombia became a victim of Yankee imperialism. President Theodore Teddy Roosevelt wanted to construct a canal across the Isthmus of Panama. Panama, at the time, was a province of Colombia. Colombia refused Roosevelt's demand for permission to construct a canal across Panama. The Yankee president then engineered and supported the secession of Panama from Colombia. In 1903, Roosevelt dispatched the USS Nashville to Panama and landed U.S. troops who killed the local military commander and declared the province of Panama to be an independent nation. They then set in place a puppet government that would dance to the tune called by the Yankee Empire. When it came time for the new nation of Panama to sign a treaty with the U.S. allowing the construction of the canal, not a single Panamanian signed the treaty. The Yankee Empire's president engineered the secession of Panama in order to allow for the construction of his canal. This is the same Yankee American president who arrogantly refused to have any correspondence with Jefferson Davis, the deposed president of the Confederate States of America. Teddy Roosevelt's reason for refusing to communicate with Davis was because Roosevelt claimed that Davis represented Southern secession. Yankees find secession convenient only if it aids their commercial, industrial, and financial goals. Moreover, the U.S. paid Colombia $25 million in 1921, and the Kennedys like doing praying for inflation. So, I think the book was written in 2017. So they ended up having it saying that it was roughly $330 million in 2017 money in payment for their role in Panama's secession movement.